Additional traffic sources. Forums. Forums can be an excellent source for very targeted traffic. Not only will the forum itself be a qualifier, people on a particular forum have qualified themselves to whatever the topic of the forum is, but visitors will further qualify themselves by clicking through on your link. Most forums allow some type of signature, a one or more line description, saying, phrase, etc., that is automatically appended to all of your posts on the forum. Your evaluation step will help you decide what to use in your signature. Since you can usually have some sort of description rather than just a raw website URL, you can design this to give you either the widest interest or the most tightly qualified. As an example, if my evaluation end goal is to promote a particular product, I can create a signature that extols a specific feature or benefit of that product, such as a signature that says, "Finally ready for a diet that works? Come check out at better-diet.com." The key to attracting forum traffic is twofold. First, you must be visible. That means getting involved in a lot of conversations or threads. Comment or participate often, and initiate threads. Secondly, you must generate some credibility and standing. Avoid commenting just to have your signature present, and if you can't say something intelligent and add value to the conversation, then don't do it. Equally importantly, make the effort to be seen as helpful and informed. When you're a frequent, helpful, and positive contributor, people will click on your link. And in that vein, make sure you read and follow the forum rules. They vary from forum to forum, and there's nothing more undesirable than someone who clearly isn't adhering to the forum's etiquette and just spamming posts. Recognize also that many forums attract people from all over the world, which means different time zones. As such, there may be many forum members who aren't online at the same time that you are. If you're able to, poke around at different times of the day. Forums are like any other community. The more active, courteous, and helpful you are, the more you contribute, the more visibility you'll have, hence more traffic as a result. You can reuse or repurpose content you are using elsewhere and turn it into forum posts. In particular, if you're creating blog posts, articles, Web 2.0 entries, etc. that are on topic, especially if you've made the effort to make them stand out, you can often summarize or distill them into forum posts. Keep in mind that while direct topic forums are obviously ideal venues for very qualified traffic, it can also be worthwhile to think outside of the box and consider secondary forums, topics that may not be primarily relevant, but will be populated by people who are likely to be interested. Using our better-diet.com example, forums on weight loss are obviously primary targets, while we may be able to get strong, qualified traffic from forums on topics such as fashion, relationships, weddings, health, exercise, etc. Free reports and giveaways. Think of free reports as a combination of article marketing and forum marketing. Everybody likes to get something for free. By creating a relevant, topical report and offering it free on the forum, you take advantage of this while targeting very qualified prospects. However, you can also boost your basic forum marketing via signature link by offering your free report. A free report or giveaway can be created a number of different ways. You can write it, you can find an existing relevant report with distribution rights. Public domain government reports work well here. Or you can simply take a number of related article directory articles and combine them into a cohesive report, for example, best of. Alternatively, writing a report can be as simple as doing a list, top 10 tips, top 10 strategies, 10 links to online resources, etc. Document sharing sites. Document sharing sites are somewhat similar to article directories, but tend to be repositories of bigger documents in general and include a lot of technical documents, PDFs, slideshows, etc., as well as forms, spreadsheets, and the like. They differ from article directories in that the documents shared aren't necessarily there to be used as content, but rather for their original purpose of directly sharing the documents with those who are interested in them or want to use them directly. As such, there generally isn't a syndication opportunity, but rather a direct link opportunity. What may come as a surprise is just how many people view these documents. One big benefit to these sites is that as long as you adhere to their terms, most documents are published or made available immediately, and in most cases, with whatever links are in the document left intact. This means that we can't reroute traffic to our website or direct link an offer. Remember that we don't even want to literally direct link, but we want to use a redirect. Another big advantage is that you can use public domain content, PLR or private label rights, and spun content on these sites as well. Of course, you'll want to make sure the content is something that people will want and provide a reason to click your links. This can be easily accomplished by having additional, similar content on your site and including a click here for more call to action link. You can also find public domain, PLR, and similar content that is relevant to whatever you are offering or promoting and include that call to action. Example, since you're interested in such and such, you really owe it to yourself to check out so and so. Note, while the purpose of this section is for generating traffic, many of these sites can also provide strong backlink opportunities. The key to leveraging document sharing sites with article directories is the title and content. Interesting, relevant, and/or useful documents see the most traffic. Press releases. Press releases are essentially advertisements dressed up as news stories, and as such, allow you to sculpt your pitch to a great extent. As with article marketing, the headline is key to getting them read and syndicated or distributed. And while similar in some respects to article marketing, press releases should be focused on announcements and newsworthiness rather than for informational focus for article marketing. The key to using press releases for generating traffic is in understanding what they are used for. A press release is picked up by general news and topical sites. An editor or webmaster looks to press releases to provide content, and as such will be much more likely to do so when it feels interesting, newsworthy, and/or relevant. You don't necessarily have to have a new announcement to send out a press release. You can generate news simply through positioning. Here are some examples. Acme's Better Diet addresses dieting dilemma. Acme's Better Diet, working where other diets fail. Dieters finding Acme's Better Diet provides fast, safe results. None of those headlines are news, but all are newsworthy reasons to issue a press release. Podcasting. Podcasting is simply syndicating audio recordings. Generally, podcasts are like blog entries done as audio recordings. The big benefits are that you can repurpose almost any content as a podcast, giving you a whole new range of syndication possibilities, and that it is a much more intimate experience than reading content online. Many people subscribe to podcasts based on a subject interest or when they come across someone whose podcast that they've enjoyed, and will sometimes download them later for listening. Browsing through podcast sites can help you come up with ideas for content, titles, etc. It can be very helpful to note which podcasts are getting the most downloads and are most popular, etc. Because of the nature of podcasting, you don't always have the opportunity to have a clickable link with which to funnel the traffic to, so it is important to clearly state your target URL within the recording, both at the beginning and at the end. For the most part, though, your traffic opportunity will be within the podcast description whenever your podcast is available for listening or downloading. Notice that you can repurpose your videos as podcasts simply by using just the audio and distributing it as a podcast. Similarly, you can repurpose your podcast as videos by creating a simple slideshow to combine with the audio. Classified ads and Craigslist. Classified ads provide under-the-radar opportunities for generating qualified traffic. Sites such as Craigslist, US Free Ads, and Yahoo Classifieds have millions of viewers. In order to get traffic from classified ads, you generally have to offer something. This can be a free report, coupon or discount, etc. These sites have also become stricter in their policing, which means you generally have to route the traffic to a website or page rather than directly to an affiliate offer. For Craigslist, in addition to the basic classified ads, an often overlooked traffic source is their discussion forums. Unlike the classifieds, which are segmented by geography, the forums are site-wide, meaning for each forum topic, you can opt for a specific area or all. The key to their forums is creating handles, individual forum user accounts, and waiting the 7-day period, after which you can post live clickable URLs. As with the rest of Craigslist, there is a lot of self-policing in addition to their own monitoring. This means you must be careful not to create posts or ads that are overtly commercial, or they'll be deleted and possibly get your account banned. RSS feed. RSS, or really simple syndication, is a way to publish highlights of your content, usually a headline, summary, or beginning of text, and a link back to the original article. Users can view these RSS summaries and click through on the items of interest. They can also subscribe to an RSS feed. Once subscribed, their RSS reader will automatically receive new updates as they are published. Visitors can read or subscribe to an RSS feed at its source, your website or blog for instance, or they can search via RSS aggregators. These are essentially search engines for RSS feeds. Traffic from RSS feeds comes largely through syndication. As a handy, easy-to-use content source, there are thousands and thousands of Web 2.0 sites and blogs that publish RSS feeds, essentially republishing a feed as content for their site or blog. In order to see this traffic, we have to get our RSS feeds picked up. To do this, we want to get our feeds to appear in as many places as possible. Fortunately, there are a number of apps for automated RSS feed submissions that make the job a lot easier. We can further explain this syndication by increasing the number of feeds, which we can do by combining individual feeds together into news feeds. As an example, you can take the RSS feeds from your blog, YouTube video, and article directory article, and combine them into a single news feed, then submit that feed to RSS aggregators and syndicators. Yahoo Pipes takes that concept a step further by allowing you to create mashups, combining other data, web pages and images, etc. with your RSS feeds. Email marketing. Email marketing can be a source of extremely qualified traffic. However, it has one big caveat. You have to have already gotten your visitor for them to be at the page where they sign up for emails. Most of the methods and strategies in this course are for generating fresh traffic. Email marketing is for generating repeat traffic. In other words, unless your conversion goal is to get somebody onto your email list, you already have them when they're on your opt-in page. That said, email provides the opportunity to continue interacting with your visitors and the avenue to get repeat visitors. If that conversion goal is an email list, then you want to make sure you have a good squeeze page, the landing page you send traffic to where the visitor will sign up for your list, and that you offer a strong incentive for signing up. While the most common incentive is a free report of some kind, you might find it more valuable to offer something with continuity, that is, spread out over time. Common types of continuity incentives are mini courses, which can be as simple as taking a free report and dividing it up into sections. Depending on what your niche and end goal is, you can find or create that opt-in incentive a number of different ways. Public domain government reports are often perceived as valuable freebies and are free to use. Review reports, tips of any sort, list of resources, case studies and/or success stories where appropriate, etc. If you're at a complete loss, you can create a report quickly and easily by grabbing a number of relevant articles from article directories, combining them into some coherent order, and packaging them as your freebie. You can then use an autoresponder to then automatically send out report sections, mini course segments, etc. By preloading an autoresponder series, you automate the process of ongoing communication with that visitor. Make sure you take advantage of those visitor contact opportunities by including a call to action in every email. While your end goal conversion might be a product sale, you don't necessarily want the call to action in every email to be a product pitch, as that will lead to excessive unsubscribes. But since studies have shown that on average it takes multiple messages to close that type of sale, you do want to include some sort of soft sales pitch. This can be as simple as listing additional features or benefits in each email. People with a particular interest often know other people with similar interests. You can take advantage of this and solicit new signups by asking, "Know anyone who might also be interested in X?" Or simply, "Please feel free to forward this email if you know anyone else that might be interested." The key to success in conversions with email marketing is to ensure your emails are open. And in order to keep them opening your emails, they must find them worthwhile. Avoid any pitch-only messages. Always include something of value. In other words, advice, tips, links to resources, etc. And if appropriate, set up the next open with a positive or anticipatory mention of what's to come. Remember also that people are bombarded more and more every day with emails, so you need to make sure that yours stands out. Experiment with headlines. While it is usually helpful to have some mention of what the email is, after all, you already know their interest is there since they've signed up in the first place. You may find that, depending on the niche, getting through the clutter requires louder and more creative subject lines. In addition to funneling traffic to your opt-in or squeeze page, there are numerous traffic exchange and ad swap groups that can be helpful to build your list. Traffic exchanges are essentially cooperative lists where you accumulate points by viewing other people's stuff and then use your points to have them view your stuff. An obvious problem with this approach is that it incentivizes people to blast through as many views as possible, as quickly as possible, making it very difficult to get any real qualified traffic. However, if you can present something bold enough to stand out and attach some worthwhile offer, freebie, etc., this can be a good source for list building. Ad swaps work in somewhat of a similar fashion. You send out an email promotion for someone in return for having them send out yours. In addition, in these swap groups, you can approach anyone with a relevant list and suggest an ad swap or mutual promotion. Lastly, keep in mind that email marketing is relationship marketing. As opposed to a single action visit, you have the opportunity to maintain ongoing interaction. In order to do that, you want to build a relationship with the list. You do this by providing useful, worthwhile emails, being respectful, and not overwhelming them with too frequent emails.